Hi and welcome everyone to the 8th story of the book, 25 stories I would tell my younger self. And as you can see here today, I am not in Hong Kong right now. I'll try to remove a bit of the camera later on so you can see a bit of the background. I flew yesterday back to Austria. We're gonna spend Christmas here, so from now on all the episodes are gonna be from different places here in Austria. We are right now at my grandparents, actually my girlfriend's grandparents or grandma's place. Really beautiful, huge house, nice garden here, so it's really nice view. But so today, as you know, we always talk about one new story out of the book, and today we talk about the SAT story. And so for those of you that have read the book know that when I was in the US, one of the key things I had to do was study for the SAT. And I had to do that because I wanted to go to med school. And for me to go to med school, I had to have good SAT scores, of course. Now, if you are listening to this, you might not care to study for the SAT. Maybe you have to do something else. Maybe you want to study a language, or maybe you just have to, I don't know, study for a test, exam, whatever it is. When I approached the SAT, I'd always been very strong in math. And so for me, the math part in the SAT, for those that have no clue what the SAT is, the SAT basically has two parts. It's a standardized test in the US that you need to do in order to go to college, or that you don't have to do it to go to college, but it gives you a better access for college. So I was very strong in math, and the other thing I needed to get my English up. Well, since my English is not my native language, as you might hear, and back then my English was horrible, my English vocabulary was very small. So for me, that meant I had to somehow improve my English. Well, the easiest way to do that was studying a freaking dictionary. And I'm not kidding. I was with my host dad, George, in the library when he told me, why don't you just study the dictionary, learn all the words, learn all the synonyms, learn all the antonyms, learn literally anything. Well, I don't know if you've ever tried just reading a freaking dictionary. It's boring like crazy. So, but I said, I have to do this. I want to get good SAT scores. And if I want to do this, I'm going to hustle. I'm going to work hard. Well, out of total coincidence, I met someone who participated in studying championships, in learning championships. And so this story or this episode is titled How You Can Study or Learn Anything really fast. And with this, I mean I learned a skill at the age of 16 that helped me to study dictionary. It helped me to study for medicine. It helped me to study languages. Anything I ever had to study or learn, I kept using the same tools. And basically, it was two major tools. The first tool I used was flashcards. So basically, you write one thing on one side and the other thing on the other side. And the reason why I use flashcards so much is because by writing it or by using these testing things, you really have to challenge your mind. Now, you might be there and say, flashcards don't work for me so much. Totally fair enough. For me, they work really great. The other thing that I used were so-called memory palaces. And this is what I really want to talk to you about today, because I feel memory palaces are not optional in today's environment. In my opinion, they are a must, because there's so many things that you have to remember actually on a daily basis. Just think about names, think about phone numbers, think about to-do lists, think about anything that you ever come up with that you have to remember. Well, of course, with our phones today, stuff gets a lot easier. You don't have to remember so much. But I still feel there is a big part. If you couldn't, for example, remember everyone's name that you meet, or if you can connect a face to the name, or if you know certain things about a person. And I'll show you the tools with memory palaces how this would work. So basically how memory palace works, and I'll link below in the video a great wiki how-to how you can use those memory palaces. Basically, you use a place that you're really familiar with. For example, your home. And so in your home, you look around in your room and you have a certain path that you walk through. And in this path, you walk step by step and you look at very remarkable things in there. For example, if I think of my apartment in Hong Kong, I go in the door, on the right side there's a fridge. So on the fridge, I always put an object. And this is an object that I want to remember, and I tie it to the fridge. Then I can open the fridge and I always have something in there. Afterwards, we have a stove. I have something in there. I have a cupboard. I always have something in there. Afterwards is a table with a wardrobe. Always something on the table. Always something hanging on the wardrobe. It goes on. Couch, sofa, bathroom, into the living room, into the other room. And so the key is, the trick that you want to use is, you want to make really remarkable and funny things that you tie up with those things. Guess what? Even when I was studying medicine, I used memory palaces. For example, I used memory palaces on the Maldives. When I was studying bones, I connected all types of bones and names to all these different memory palaces on the Maldives. And this allowed me to learn bones and know bones even until today, believe it or not. So what is my takeaway here? Well, you might not have to study for school, you might not have to study for university, but I tell you, using memory palaces was one of the skills in my life that have catapulted my skill level when it comes to memorizing, to studying, learning, knowing, to a total different level. And I have met so many successful people who use the exact same skill. So my tip for you is, apply the same knowledge. Go to the link I'll copy below about a wiki how-to, step by step by step. Of course, we always give massive value in those 25 stories, so subscribe to our YouTube channel. Connect with us on Facebook. We have a great community going on there. Also, if you go to our website, we have a newsletter where we send out regular emails with some updates so you don't miss out on anything. I would love to connect with you there. And with that, I hope you had great fun today, December 8th. And tomorrow we are back for the next story. We're going to have a really fun story tomorrow, you will see. So, would love to connect with you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day and talk to you tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.